niggas be knocking, so you know we got a problem.
Count the money for fun. De La Hondo, you the one. I kept it real from the jump. Get high, kick back like a punt. I remember being broke with no lunch. Through the fire, through the rain, through the mud. Lot of sweat, lot of tears, lot of blood. Now I just do what I want. 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 Now I just do what I want.
This is Tasty Reaction Podcast, and I'm on here with my man, Dewan Matthews. And what you on here promoting today, man? Tell everybody what you want.
Man, first and foremost, Wonderful Cleaning. I mean, my janitorial cleaning company, then Sage Investments. I'm saying strategizing, analyzing, and generating investments. Something we just came up with recently. Moving fast. I mean, supporting the community, making big moves in the community. Hopefully, we can take it to another level next year in the community. I mean, with our book bag drive, and we just want to like build up Norristown, man. First and foremost, I mean, get everybody involved in what we're doing. It's a lot of positive going on in Norristown. A lot of positive things happening right now. Do you agree? Like town on a whole other level. Like you don't see no negative going on, and that's more the bigger thing that like I mean.
But we not young, so I mean, I'm sure people could see where the negative could be. But I mean, even with adults, I think people can see where the negative probably could be. But I don't really see it because I don't really try not to pay attention to it.
Right.
I try to just pay attention to the positive stuff.
Right. There's a lot of positive going on, man. Like, I mean, everybody's doing something in the right direction. Nobody is on nothing. We all like collaborating and coming together and making things work. That's most important, the big thing. I mean, that's really got the town on the road. Like, I mean, the wave. I'm loving the new wave. I'm loving the growth. Definitely loving the new wave.
So, like, let's say leaving high school, your life story from leaving high school to, you know, leading up to everything that you ended up doing in life.
Right.
So let's start there. So you graduated in 2011.
Yeah, out Pottstown.
Okay.
I was out Pottstown, but then I gained a scholarship to Millersville University. Went out there, man, got into some trouble, like hanging out with the like wrong people, the wrong crowd. Okay. I shouldn't say the wrong people because I was hanging out with the right people. I was hanging out with the wrong crowd of people that wasn't too fond of my culture, wasn't too fond of my color. Ended up getting myself in a little bit of trouble. You know what I mean, in a fight, gained the aggravated assault charge from there. Sat in jail, it's crazy. Sat in jail for 6 months. Came home, went to transferred out to Cheney University. Got into a little bit of trouble there, sat in jail for another 4 months. So my journey been rough. It's been rough to like me starting off, and then came home from Cheney University, and went back to school to Manor. It's Manor's a junior college, more of like community college in Jenkinstown. Grabbed my associate's degree, graduated. That was crazy. I took 8 classes in one semester. Like, it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. The grind was crazy. Did that. Took 8 classes in one semester. Graduated with my associates, and right now I'm at the standpoint of where I'm actually going back to school on an academic scholarship to LaSalle University. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's where I'm real farther in my education. But to backtrack it a little bit, Wonderful Cleaning started 2 years ago. I was at a low point in my life. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what I was going to do. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get into no corporate offices. I couldn't get into nobody would hire me due to my background. You know what I'm saying? So I took the route on being my own boss, being my own CEO, and that route was tough. You know what I mean? Handing out business cards, getting a lot of rejections. The first couple of jobs I fucked up. You know what I mean? People wanted refunds. I'm paying out of my pocket refunds to people. You feel me? But the grind, just kept grinding, kept pushing towards it. Ran into my guys over at Black Diamond Construction. Shout out to them too. Chris Darton. Ran into my guys and them over there, Austin. We got a little thing popping with the demolition, the construction side of things. And from there, man, we just kept going up. We really kept going up, man.
Okay.
And man.
So with the investment thing, what even made you get into janitorial out of every business that you could have possibly got into? Like leaving your situation to go to that? What was the thinking process? Was it people involved? Was it what you was thinking? What you was seeing? Like, what was going on?
Janitorial work came really more of like, I've been cleaning my whole life for free. You know what I'm saying? Mom hit you up, take out the trash. Mom hit you up, do the dishes. Why not get paid for it? You feel what I'm saying? And I seen, I mean, a lot of the older people that I had around me, a lot of my OGs. Some people call them OGs, but I call them like, I mean, older guys that mentor me. You feel me? And I looked at a lot of them. A lot of people I had around me, they all had cleaning companies. I noticed they was doing, even though they would go to jail and things would mess up here and there, they always had money and they always had a legit income. And it was from cleaning.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So I jumped into that business, man, and from there, man, like I said, sky's the limit from there, man. For real.
Absolutely. Okay. So like, did it make you think like, okay, is janitorial for me? Because just like I said, there's plenty of businesses you could start up. But like, what made you really put your foot down and say, okay, janitorial is the route that I'm gonna go?
It was just me. I told you it was the easiest thing for me to do. I've been cleaning my whole life for free. Like, if it's something I know how to do, I know how to clean. And now that like I said, I'm 2 years in, janitorial ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like, I mean, it's good money into it. It's a lot of labor, and I'm at the stage in my career where I'm not trying to do too much labor, if that makes sense. So that's when Sage Investments came involved in that right there. Looking like I'll give the next 2 years, we'll probably be at the stage where we own half of Norristown. And I honestly believe that we're gonna be that big. Right.
All right, so let's move from that. Okay, so from your transition from the janitorial, services to Sage Investments, what was the process to that? Like what was the thinking process? Was it the people involved? Like, where were you at in your life? Like, different stuff like that. How did it even lead to that?
It was more, like I said, Wonderful Cleaning start transforming into the construction side of things. We started doing a lot of demolition, a lot of clean outs, a lot of things of that matter. And then I started seeing, man, how much money it is in construction. Like, it's a lot of money in construction. And then, like I said, it wasn't more of a lot of people involved in it making me going into the investment side of it. And look, it was just more of, I fell in love with housing. I fell in love with like renovating houses. I fell in love with like making my business come to life. When I look at a house, like I can look at a house right now and think, I want to put this here and put this here and put this here, and know exactly how much it costs, and then know exactly how much I can get for that.
See it in your head.
Yeah. So like I fell in love with all that, man. I'm real interested in like I said, cause it's more the construction aspect of flipping houses, and people don't really fall in love with that part. I like that part of the construction part. Absolutely. I like the demolition part, the renovating, getting what you wanted to get to. You know what I mean? I like doing things like that, man. So I fell in love with that process of it.
Okay. So who introduced you to that part?
It was more of, honestly, bro, and I don't say this not trying to give people love or not. Nobody, it was just me, just out here just really just grinding, man. Like, once I got to the point where I knew I graduated with a college degree and I knew that I wasn't going to get a job at a corporate structure because nobody was going to hire me. Yeah. Due to my background, I had to hustle, you feel me? Absolutely. I had to find a way. And I mean, I'm a hustler. Like, at the end of the day, you put me anywhere God green serve, I triple my work. Yeah. So I got to make something happen. So that's what, like I said, nobody really was out here telling me to do this or do that. I just found a way and make it happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's where we went to.
Okay. So what was the steps to even getting into that process and like starting it up and getting people to believe in your vision?
Oh yeah, it's more of, I strongly stand by buying into your community and your community believe in you. You feel me? And it's more of that when you basically say like who really believed in me. I really feel like it's like if I can get my community to believe in the things I'm doing and to buy into the things I'm doing, like we just had a book bag drive. We gave out 120 book bags to kids that really, people, when you hear their stories, they really didn't have it. You feel what I'm saying? I come from that background. I really didn't have it growing up. Yeah. So I realized at the end of the day, one person believed in me when I was in that position. You feel what I'm saying? So it was more of, and that's what brought me to this position in my life, one person believing in me. So if I believe I can get back to my community and believe and get my community to believe in me, you know what I mean, to take my career and to take my business to the next step, that's what it's more like, man. I really believe, like, I stand behind Norristown. You feel me? Like, a lot of people they hate to claim they from here, but Norristown made me who I am. I stand behind Norristown, man. Like,
so that's a quick little thing on my end, right? Mm-hmm. One of the reasons why I started up Taste Reaction. Mm-hmm. Reason being is, it ain't many platforms around here like this. You feel me? We don't got a Power 99. Mm-hmm. We don't got a breakfast stuff.
Right.
we too big. We got too many people from the city and everybody that run through here like it ain't nothing. To the point where we got a point where we could slow them down.
Right.
And we could stop them and have them go to the hottest place in Norristown. We could have the biggest people come around here and really put a spotlight on here.
Right.
Because like I tell people all the time, we got people from Norristown who claim Philadelphia.
Right. Right.
How does that help Norristown?
Right.
You feel me? So it's like, just like you say, you support town. I support town, and that's kind of where my vision is at on this whole journey that I'm going through. Because it's too much talent, it's too many businesses. We're the next we're the next city next to Philadelphia if you really think about it.
Right. That's actually doing something big.
Yeah.
I don't like really saying that word like we the next. I don't like comparing us to Philly on the strength of that we're not as big as a population, but when it comes to us doing all those positive things and doing all those bigger things, and Norristown really, I could name a couple people right now that's actually from Norristown that's doing bigger things in the city, and people in the city look up to them and try to claim those people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's more like I said, shout out to my guy Black Poppy.
Absolutely.
Like, he's doing big things on the music scene. Shout out to my guy Khalif Wyatt. Like, he's doing things more on the sports scene, and a lot of people, you know what I mean, from Philly are claiming them, because I've been in conversations with people from Philly, like,
shout out Dennis Lorenzo.
You know what I mean?
All that.
It's definitely people out here that's doing bigger things, but people from Philly claim these people. So I honestly believe, like, I don't like comparing us because it's got a bigger population. But I believe, like, you know what I mean?
We're right next.
Yeah, it ain't nothing more thorough. I don't care how you say this cock. It ain't nothing like a town nigga. I don't care how you say it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which people don't realize, we're called Norristown.
Yeah.
We're really a city.
Right.
You feel me?
So
I don't think a lot of people, like, even when you're filling out like applications and stuff, like Norristown, we're really a city.
Right.
You feel me? So I think that's where people get lost in the sauce, is because they don't even realize, you know, that we're city. We're pretty damn big, and it's a lot of stuff going around here. We're not as big as Philadelphia,
right?
But we're pretty big. And
right.
There's a lot of stuff going on around here, and you know, again, that was one of the reasons why I started Taste Reaction, because there's so much culture around here. People haven't even got a taste of what was going on within these, you know, these cultures and these companies.
Right.
You know, different stuff like that. So that's kind of where the platform grew from. You feel me?
And I know you're like, this is a question for me. Like, I know you're the interviewer, and I really feel like that. Do you feel as though that a team is really important behind you to get to where you need to get to?
Absolutely. The reason I think that a team is important is because, like, it could be a person that's like the top dog in that whole entire thing, but when you got other people throwing you ideas and they making sense, and you know, they putting stuff in your head that you didn't even think about, but it ties into your whole vision. Absolutely, it makes the vision bigger.
Right.
You know, more than one person makes the vision bigger.
Right.
You feel me? And that's kind of how I feel. You feel me? But I feel like if a person is telling me something that don't really match up with what I'm saying, I don't really want to hear what they gotta say.
Right.
You feel me? So it really has something to do with having people around you that make sense, that, you know, feel like they're supposed to be a part of the movement, and, you know, they really got a vision, kind of like you, but you the person that got the biggest vision. And you feel me? I'm the person that got the biggest vision within my platform.
Right.
But when people come to me with good shit, I'm gonna take that good shit,
and
I'm gonna take it to another level. I ain't gonna just take what they say. I'm gonna take what they say and take it time spent. You feel me? And that's kind of, so yeah, I think a team is very important. Nobody could do it by themselves.
Right. I strongly believe that too. That's why I generally say, like, Sage Investments is really, it's so special to the community. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, it's full of Norristown people. Like, we got our co-founder Don Gordon. Okay. He's more like, he's not too big on the scene of really being around a lot of people and being in like a lot of crowds and everything, but he's a good dude, graduated from Williamsburg. And then we got Kimberly Gransky. Okay. She's more like, she's on our team too. She's from the Norristown area. A lot of people probably know her. They hang out with like her family and all that stuff. But it's more of Sage Investments is Norristown. That's what I'm saying. And what I say, the route that we going is to buy back the block and to really, like, I mean, compete with the Gallos when it comes to like buying houses and things like that. It's like, in what other way will people not for people not want to support everybody from Norristown. We all doing something positive. We all into one thing. You know what I'm saying? Then like, man, just that's why I believe like, man, Saturday investment is Norristown. So when people stand behind that, man, like more than so, I believe like a team.
Within the next couple years, what's the thing that you guys want to get real strong in for SAG investments? Like, where do y'all want to get strong? Where do you feel like you guys are weak that you guys could really like grow on? As far as like, you know, coming on a platform and you know, letting people know who, you know, like really need to know that information on what you guys need to take things to the next level.
It's more like I said, man. It's a support and more. We won't always need support, but it's more building Norristown up to a whole different level, man. We want Norristown to look like South Philly, if that makes sense. And it's more
it makes a lot.
It's a lot of gentrification going on in these neighborhoods that people are not paying attention to because it's not more of their, not more than effort, not more than experience. We also want to get a lot of more like minorities into buying houses. We want to get a lot of more black people into owning their property. We want to get a lot more black people into owning everything that they're doing. We don't want to keep renting out to the, I don't know how to say it, but we don't want to keep renting out to the Caucasians and making us, we just paying them and we making them rich, you feel me?
Yeah.
Why can it never be black on black and we teaching, we want to basically teach black people generational wealth.
Absolutely.
So our main thing is to really to build our community up and have this whole thing being black owned.
Absolutely.
And it looked like South Philly, man. We talking about putting like that whole, the whole other side of Main Street. This the what, east?
Yeah,
it's the east end, this east side of Main Street. Whole new apartment complexes up down there by that Crown Fried Chicken. Going towards that way. You know what I mean? Bringing dinner. Like you trying to bring millions of dollars into Norristown. You feel me? Building new apartment complexes up. Building that whole area. But then like I said, that main block down there is Moore Street. It's the longest block down there in Norristown. People don't really know. Trying to knock down some of them houses and make these houses look like the houses down South Philly right now. Like, so our main thing is to really, build this community up to a whole other level. Raise the property value, but not only raise the property value, but like raise it so that it's black owned. You feel me? Money going in, money coming out.
So what was the motivation behind that? I constantly keep hearing you say black owned, and, you know, whatever. Because like I said, I'm all down for that. I'm down for us recreating the Black Wall Street, and it's not excluding anybody, but we all know how we go in this world, and we got you know, the Caucasian man or the white man controlling cultures that they didn't even start. Right.
I mean, the motivational definitely behind it is like, man, look what we doing right now as far as we just previously had a black president. Like everything in this world is, I strongly believe it was created behind black people. You feel what I'm saying? And it's more my motivational behind it is I'm sick of seeing our black young brothers dying on the streets. I'm sick of seeing our black young brothers out here selling drugs and that should be at minimum wage. And they don't even dig that it's minimum wage because they're not even paying attention to the knowledge behind it. Absolutely. I'm sick of seeing our black people not paying attention to credit, not paying attention to, you know how many black people I know with a 600 and above credit score that don't even own a house? Because they generally don't think that they can get a house because they don't understand the knowledge behind what they're doing. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just so sick of it, and I see it so much with the job I do and speaking to black people, speaking to more of dealing with credit, trying to build black people credit. It's this lady, this is a testimonial customer. She came to me, it's like, yeah, I got she had a 565 credit score. We got her approved for a house and damn near the approval process took 2 weeks.
Okay.
Every black motherfucker walking around here probably got that and they don't even understand how to really build it up, understand what they not gonna own the house if I really would pay attention. And then when you think about it, when you own the house, owning the house is cheaper than paying rent. They don't even dig it, you feel me?
Or is cheaper or is around the same?
Yeah, I honestly think, man, and this is like I said, this is, you can go on Google and look, it's way cheaper to own the house. Because you think about it, man, it's like, you rather be paying somebody, you keep paying for the house, you paying somebody else for you basically paying off their house, or you rather get the house, put it up under your name, that's your property, you just paying rent for you to own it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my main big thing, man, and going towards the whole Saturday investment thing, man. Like, I'm trying to get my people out of this gentrification. I'm trying to get my people out of really the struggle, and I'm trying to get my people knowledge, man.
Whatever the case may be, that make you be like, all right, I'm gonna take my knowledge that I learned and give it to the community.
I was more man, You probably know her. She ran the woman. You heard of that women's empowerment event they had in Norristown? Yeah, Terry Cruiser. She ran that. You feel me? And that's my mentor. I mean, I ran into her, man. She basically started, the knowledge I gained behind her is crazy.
Yeah.
She put me on a lot of different stuff, man. A lot of, like, you know what I'm saying, previously last night I was just partying with millionaires. And it's like, when you really start to understand the culture and understand how people really think and understand the knowledge that you can gain by just hanging around somebody and not just sitting out here just letting your days go past, just getting up and accepting every opportunity that come your way. I mean, you'll understand that people out here really to help you, bro. You run into the right people, and
I know the process of where you started. Who helped you to get to where you was, to where you are at now, to the point where you could give people knowledge.
It's really, like I said, the main, if I'm understanding your question right, the main person I can really put a stamp on as far as the knowledge is Terry. Like I said, she was my mentor along the way, but really the process that I got, if you want to know the process I got to get to like getting the knowledge into me and her.
Absolutely.
Well, shit, I mean, a lot of people be embarrassed about it. I work for free. For the last, 3 months, I work for free. Like, I work in a full-time job, bro. Like, I was her assistant. And Create Credit Tools, you Google it and everything. It's a real big company. She owns the company, and I work for free. I literally went out there. She said, "What you here for?" One day I said, "Listen, I need to gain some knowledge." She said, "All right, well, I don't got a job for you." I said, "Listen, I work for free." So my last 3 months have been events, been to Baltimore, been to DC, New York, bro. And it's like, she's not paying for the gas, she's not paying for nothing. This is me giving my time in exchange for knowledge. So I've been working for free for the last couple of months, bro. And it's like every single thing.
Understand, when you keep on saying that, letting people know it ain't really free.
Yeah,
we getting paid with knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah. And I think once you talking to this generation, they ain't gonna understand that. They ain't no dollar amount on that. No, because
until they get to a certain point.
Yeah, I'm at a certain point in life where, like, and this is like, it's real life stuff, bro. And it's like, not the brag. It's not the. I don't need money. You know what I'm saying? I got money. Right now I got damn near $1,200 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't need money. Not will motivate me no more. It's knowledge, and it gain millions. You feel me? And it's like, people never gonna understand that. I know a poor person who worked right near me. We work hand in hand. He was poor, dead pop. You feel me? Like, he'll come to work depending on me to feed him every day, and I'll look out for him every day. But it's like, he was working for knowledge, and now he up a couple bands. Yeah. It's like, once we start to understand as people, like, all right, it's not all about who got the most money out here. It's about who got the knowledge that can keep the money. It's about who got the knowledge that can really make the money grow to a whole other level. You feel me? People not really. And this era is so social media driven, so it's like, oh, I want it right now, and it gotta happen like this, and if it don't happen like this, nah, I'm not really with it. You know how many times she would call me and I said, nah, New York, I ain't got no gas. Like, child support was heavy this month. This is real life, you feel me? Child support heavy this month. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I had to go out there and go again. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get up and just go.
It's sacrifice.
You feel me? This is sacrifices I'm making towards myself, towards my future. And a lot of people not buying into their future because they so social media driven. They so content off of temporary happiness. They so content off of, oh, my paycheck is this, my paycheck, you know what I mean?
Or likes and follows.
Yeah, bro, like likes and follows not getting you paid, and that's why it's only 5% of the people that's millionaires in this world. Yeah. I would strongly believe I'm gonna be a millionaire because, like, I understand the knowledge and I understand what's really going on. A lot of people don't understand, bro, and it's like, it's really the hardest thing, man. I could really like say, like, a lot of people they're not knowledge driven. Absolutely. So many people is money driven when they don't need to understand. You need the knowledge to keep the money, or it's never going to work. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
So eventually spend all that up.
Yeah, it's the knowledge behind it, bro. Like, and it's like off topic. It's like an all topic saying to you, and I want to say this. You got what you got? Well, I got McQueens in them. Yeah. They like 600. Absolutely. You got Nikes in your closet. You feel me? Yeah. They out here putting an orange ribbon on a Nike and selling it for $900. But people so label junkies that they'll go out and buy that off-white sneaker when the same one look the same exact thing like it without the design on it. And it's like, that's when you start realizing, yo, the world came to that point. Albert Einstein said it the best, bro. It's like, people going to the point where they become so dumb that they going like social media. Like I mean, we said the internet gonna start making people idiots.
Yep, absolutely.
And I look at a bunch of idiots when I look around and I see them with all-white sneakers on, and I'm like, yo, the Nikes look just like that. What's the point, bro? Is it for you because you like it, or is it for the publicity you gonna get from it?
Absolutely.
And I see that, and I see lack of knowledge.
And that's a quick story. That's a quick story for me that I could tie into that because I could relate. The reason I could relate is I'm a high maintenance guy. So like me buying expensive stuff isn't for everybody else. Like if I go out and I'm buying Vivo Click instead of Moet every weekend. Vivo Click is a higher brand. They're around the same with Moet, but they're really considered champagne. Moet is just big because it's owned by Hennessy and everything, which a lot of people wouldn't know. But Vivo Click is really a champagne that, whatever. So like me, I tap into all this. Like when I showed you like the, how to sip the bourbon and, have a cigar, like this is real stuff that people do, almost like going to a golf course. Like it's a culture behind that stuff. It's business deals that's made behind this stuff. You feel me? And like, I don't do it to, satisfy everybody. If I go out and buy $600 pair of shoes or whatever, that's because I want to. It's not to floss it on social media, even though I'm gonna do that too. But some people just hurting inside where they just buying stuff just to satisfy everybody else. You gotta realize what's for you is for you. What's not for you is not for you. Don't try to keep on spending all this extra money that you could be investing, or you could be doing something else important to satisfy other people if it's not really, really satisfying you. I mean, so I can absolutely relate on that. You feel me?
Right. It's just strong, bro. It's just like a lot of my thinking and a lot of like it's just shifting the conversation. A lot of my thinking and a lot of the things I do in life and a lot of the way I move, it came from separation.
Absolutely.
It came from me separating myself from the certain type of people that be around to the certain type of people I wanted to be around.
Absolutely.
I mean, I strongly believe you're the average of the 5 people you hang around. I don't care what you is. If you hanging around 4 broke people, you gonna be the 5th broke person. You feel me?
Absolutely.
I strongly believe you hanging around 5 millionaires, you gonna be the 6th millionaire. And I mean, that came from me really looking at a lot of people and looking at them like, no, this person ain't for me. So I'm real picky and choosy about my conversations I had with a person. I'm real picky and choosy about the knowledge I give to a person. You never want to, a fool only gonna give a knowledge to a fool that ain't gonna use it. You just wasted your time, you just wasted your breath, and then you just wasted something that's real valuable to the world. That if you give it to the right person, they gonna use it and make millions. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of like the journey that, a lot of the stuff that I went through that made me today who I am, and it made to get me to the level I got to, bro. It's a separation, bro. And I love all my friends. You feel me? Shout out to my guy James Brains. That's my best friend. James Brains. A lot of people know him in town. It's Jimmy, JR. That's my best friend, man. But like, it's kind of, I haven't talked to that dude. We talk once a week now. You feel what I'm saying? It's no love lost. There's never no love lost. But it's like, he understands where I'm at in my life, and he understands what I want for my life, and I understand what he wants for his life. And it's like, I mean, you got to really, getting on this road to success, you got to start separating yourself from people that ain't never gonna get there, because that's where they at in life, and that's where they're gonna always be. So they're not never gonna be able to think like you. You're gonna feel like you talking down towards them. They're gonna think you're talking cocky when you're really not. You're just trying to make them understand, like, this is where I'm going. This is where you should be going, but you don't want to go there. I'm gonna leave you there and I'll be back. You know what I mean? So a lot of, like I said, bro, a lot of label things. I had friends, man. My friends, you go out a Friday night, they spend $1,400 on the outfit. You feel me? But turn up in the club, and I'm like, I would look at them like, what are you doing? Yeah, man, that's not really cool. And I say that with $600 on my, on my feet, but it's really, I didn't buy this to go out to the club and make everybody look at me.
Who did you buy it from?
I mean, it's myself. Like, I wanted this. I like the dress. I mean, it's how I looked at. You know what I'm saying? It's like, once you start seeing that in the person, you're like, you really for the people. I've seen what the people will do to you once you ain't doing too well. They sabotage you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really for the people no more. The people only want you when you up. You know what I'm saying? So it's more, like I said, bro, it's like, with me, it's a self thing, self-worth, self-love, bro. don't I live by these three things. Don't disrespect yourself, love yourself, and know your worth. You feel me? Absolutely. So it's times I look at a person, I look at how they moving, I'm like, they may not even, I mean, they can have more money than me, and I just look at them. You just sabotaging your whole self for somebody else. You trying to look good for somebody. I ain't getting my type of treatment. Absolutely. You feel me? So it's all self-growth, bro. Like,
and that's what the, Taste Your Action brand was doing. Like, I sit up there and, people know, like, I'm a smart guy. So, like, when I have people on here, I'm typically having people on here, majority of the time, people who can give me knowledge. Like, people who just on here and, get their buzz and the pop and, like, yo, bro, we want to come back on here. We want to do this and the third. I'm fine with that, too, because it's still a market for that. But when I get people up here, I'm typically recruiting people to come on here that can give me knowledge. You feel me? I'm feeding from all the information that these people are giving me to even incorporate in my business or take my business and incorporate in their business or whatever, because like I just feel like we can make Norristown so much bigger.
Right.
And the reason that I say that is because like, no knock to Philly, no knock to, New York, no knock to whatever, but I tell people it's like, bro, we got so many people that already did the groundwork to go to these places and network in these places. We got King of Prussia. We got Plymouth. We got Conshohocken. We got places that's 5 minutes from us, and you throwing fires out to tell people to go to Brooklyn. You feel me? Where you think a person who's like want to come to? Brooklyn, or they going to want to go to Conshohocken? It's easier for them to get to.
Right.
If we build up these communities,
right,
it's only going to make it good for you in the future, because now we making money with these businesses in these communities. And when we start making business and money with these communities and we building them up, they gonna want to build us up.
Right.
And they like, yo, you want this place for the discount? We got you for the discount. You brought us in however much money this month, or whatever it is. It's sad to say, it's all about business.
Right.
And I think people fail to realize that when we constantly going to New York, that's already popping, that's been popping. A lot of celebrities that's big come out of those places. How many celebrities that's big that come out of this place? You feel me?
Right. And I like I said, I strongly believe that, like, I believe that, man. I believe, I live behind this little, like, this model, like, I think within the next 2 years, Norristown to be a place that people will come to, and I believe that. I strongly stand by that, because it's like, man, this year I started really getting on the grind. I'm getting to like January, and I told myself, man, I'm trying to make $1 million a year. That's my goal. I got 4 more months to make $1 million. And it's more of, as I'm seeing the things that's going on in town, I'm seeing the growth, and I'm seeing, I give us 2 more years until people start really wanting to claim this place, because it's like, it's not a shithole. It ain't it's not no bad place. We got a nice rec league, Oak Street Park, shout out to them. Maybe we got a nice, like I said, little youth league going on. We got a lot of things going on. It's just,
and people who pop and that come back and give back to the community that don't even gotta do that. You feel me? So that's just allowing you to know that from these these places and these groups that come in and trying to do something within town, these people that's already doing something, they don't really gotta come back and give no type of knowledge or no whatever, and they doing that.
right.
So when we got those big people coming back and people hyped to be on their wave, that lets you know that we really got something going on around here. Because I say the person the place that's doing it best right now, and that's really, really close to us, Conshohocken.
Yeah.
Conshohocken is one of the fastest growing places right now for big business and everything. And I've been paying attention to that for like the past 4 years.
Right.
You feel me? They really growing. Like Amazon was getting ready to open up their next corporation there. It didn't end up happening, but it was other businesses that hopped on that bandwagon right away. It was other businesses that hopped on that bandwagon right away that they already bring in money to that community, so they getting tax pay cuts and they getting whatever, and people need to understand that. And these big companies coming here is for a tax pay cut. You feel me? But not even only that, it's kind of to help build that community. So I would say Conshohocken is kind of ahead of us, whatever, but hopefully we could be the next up, because country is doing their thing right now for its business coming in and everything.
I think honestly, bro, like, we don't got a lot of corporate buildings here, so I mean it's hard to really get a lot of that corporate what could I say, the corporate publicity, like a lot of the corporate the corporate backgrounds coming in. Like I said, man, as far as like I said, the housing and what we can do, we gotta look at Norristown. We gotta start thinking of our strengths. I mean, we're in the middle of Conshohocken, we're in the middle of King of Prussia, we're in the middle of Plymouth, we're in the middle of all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I don't know if you see, I don't know. Like I said, some people are not interested in real estate how I am.
Yeah.
I mean, Brewery Town is going bananas right now, and they're building houses for 100 and something thousand, something for 500. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's like if we put just one of those in Norristown, somebody go, "Oh, what's that? Damn, that's what they doing."
Let's build that community up.
Yeah, I'm coming here. Next thing you know, people that work in Conshohocken, that work in King of Prussia, are going to live here. That's my goal, to really start to build these places up so that we can get those people who don't want to commute extra 30 minutes into the city, who don't want to commute extra hour and a half out the South Lake, they start commuting here to live.
To the suburbs instead of the city.
They don't need to do that. I mean, that's Blue Belt out there, but it's more of, we want to build these things more, like I said, affordable. We want to make it to the point where it's black owned. And we also want to make it to the point where we can have a place for Conshohocken to come work and live here, King of Prussia to come work and live here, and Plymouth to come work and live here. You feel me? So it starts with, like I said, one house, and you're going to see the growth of it.
So when you say that, right, the one house, right? Because time. Okay. So it's reason I say that is because, like, what do you think that it is, like, the disconnect between the culture and what people are trying to do? Because I think that the culture and what we're trying to do always clash heads.
What you mean?
Because, like, for instance, right, if we trying to get a $500,000 place in Norristown somewhere and start building up that community, and it's still knuckleheads around there doing what they doing and not really seeing the vision, it don't really help that community grow how it should, because, you know, people, when they start seeing what's around there, they like, is it really, like, is this really the net worth of this community? Is this really what's going on? Because right around the corner, we got a bar. You know, bulls hanging out there all the time. We got, you know, whatever. So do you think it's a disconnect there?
Look, and the thing about it is crazy. I'm getting my lady on the phone because she can. But the thing about it is, it's really, I want to pause you there because that's the thing why Norristown is the gold mine. That's the thing why is a lot of investors are looking into Norristown. It's not because nature, like there's somebody on the corner that's shooting. Or when the last time we had a killing here? What, 2 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Nobody's dying here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's out there selling drugs here. I mean, I live in the city. I mean, I'm from the city. And I was raised off of selling drugs background. You know what I'm saying? It's more of down Philadelphia. They do blocks. And blocks mean you got shifts. So blocks mean that it's somebody, you might have a block, you might own a block, but somebody's selling drugs on the corner of that block, and somebody's selling drugs right there, and you can't go in that block and build anything because the drug dealers own it. And Norristown, there's not that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I strongly believe there's a gold mine here. Nobody actually is here that's dying. Nobody's here. We don't have a lot of people hanging out. I mean, we see them on the Cobb Street. But I mean, we can get a homeless shelter built right there and move them right in there and just get them out the way. And there's not too many heroin addicts dying here. There's not as it is in Pottstown, as it is in Reading. There's not too many heroin addicts here. There's not too many. It's not a drug infested community here.
So what about the culture of people who actually start to bring drugs within this community? Because we all know, and it sucks to say, but the Caucasian people are really the people doing the big drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs that we not necessarily doing until we introduced to it from people that we might be hanging out with. So like, okay, for instance, we already know the people who could afford a $500,000 house is a good chance, a small percent chance that they probably doing some drugs. You feel me? So that's big drugs coming into whatever. So yeah, you know, as far as the drug thing I was talking about, and like, you know, the Caucasian community doing harder drugs than we would ever even think about doing. What do you think about that? Because I feel like when we build up the community,
who's going to buy it?
Who's going? Not even necessarily who's going to buy it, but if we bringing those, you know, people who got money to spare and who actually doing bigger drugs that cost way more money, we bring them into a community that's already drug invested, and now they found a new drug, but it costs more. But you know, the drug dealers who actually got the knowledge to tap into that and they can make way bigger of a profit than just selling weed. You know, I feel like that's where it starts to get a little blurry.
Right.
The lines start to get blurry because, you know, just like I say, those people who making that bread, it's a good chance they probably snort or something.
Yeah, but
Or
it's more
a good chance that they
they're
probably
not doing weed
something.
or they're not doing weed.
You
And
feel me? Or something
I
crazy.
honestly feel like, bro, it's like it comes with a profession. And
Okay.
I mean, it comes with a professional background. I honestly say we can't judge Norristown off of what somebody else brings into Norristown. Let's say that we got a lot of rich people here. Yeah, okay, they want to do cocaine. We could see these rich people to what's the richest, Dubai. They're still going to do cocaine.
Yeah.
It's not about them saying, oh, well, we got John on the corner that's going to sell us cocaine right here for free. They're still going to do what they want.
It's the professionalism of snorting coke.
Yeah, if you're going to snort coke, shit, you're going to snort coke. I'm not saying
Just doing it kind of low key.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, bro, it's like, yo, I'm going to be all 100, bro. It's like, I know millionaires who get down. You know what I mean? It's a professionalism, bro. It's like, what's the difference between Norristown and Brewerytown? Brewerytown is coming up to the point where the houses in Brewerytown were starting out at 40,000. What, 3 years ago? Now they're at 500,000. Do you see the growth in that market?
Absolutely.
It's like a leap. You feel me? And it's like Norristown is in the middle of King of Prussia, Conshohocken, and Plymouth.
Yeah.
So right now, with us being in the middle of all that, it's no way that we can't build these $500 houses and they're not going to go up.
Absolutely.
I mean, Bridgeport is doing it right now, and people are not even understanding how big Bridgeport is about to become.
And they're right next to
King of Prussia,
Yeah.
and you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, it's going at a crate. King of Prussia ain't gonna do nothing but get bigger.
Absolutely.
Why let Norristown get smaller instead of make Morristown grow with King of Prussia? You feel what I'm saying? It's all in effect, and we have to really, like, as a community, we got to support each other, and we can't make it to the fact that oh, white people are coming in here buying our houses and they're moving in our houses. We gotta make it to the point where that us black people, we invested in this community from Sage Investments, percentage investing, which each person, you can throw your $500 in there and you'll get your $500 percentage back on a bigger number. That's what Sage Investment also holds, the percentage investing. And then you also own a percentage of that house across the street that's worth damn near $500,000, but you got, as I don't mean to be racist, but you got John and Blake that are white people renting out that house, and now the black community is getting paid off of Caucasian money.
So you wanna know what's crazy off of that, what you say? I think it all comes down to perception.
Yeah.
And the reason I say perception is, like, for instance, right? We up here, you see a red cup on the table? No, it makes a difference. So, like, I tell people all the time, I really sat down with somebody and they told me, bro, it's all about the perception. Like, the reason that I feel like you doing great is, bro, you got bulls up here sipping out a glass cup. You're not sipping out a red cup. You got bulls up here smoking cigars, not smoking L's. Perception. What's really the difference? There's no difference, but it just looks more prestigious.
Yeah.
It looks more whatever. So I think like when we tie into these things, it just comes down to the perception of things, because even though they, you know, just like you said, the white people might be doing worse drugs than us,
but they just hold themselves account, like they hold themselves to, bro, this crazy, because it's like, and I mean, like I said, I'm an interview type of guy, but let's get to the real, the major real, bro. This is and I'm gonna show you this art, and this is just on my phone. This is just some a party I was at last night, and these are like millionaires, bro. When you really start to see it, you're gonna be like, huh? And it takes people to really see that, bro. These are arts that I went to an event last night, and that's like 50,000. All that up there, the lady said $1 million. And these are just things that I just seen last night about. I got invited to an event, private art festival, you know what I mean? And they're just like us. And I want to get to the video of this guy. I just had a conversation with him, and he just wanted the damn thing. The guy just wanted damn near $50,000. And this is the part I wanted to get at. This is rich black people doing an electric slide at $1 million event, and this is real. When you see it, you're like,
they normal people just like us.
It's the perception of it, bro. It's like, what makes us different than them? And some people that are really stuck in this environment and don't never get out and don't never hear the knowledge and don't never understand what's going on, they always look at like, nah, like this is it. You feel me? But
it really just lets you know how similar we are.
yeah,
White, black, you know, Puerto Rican, like whatever the case may be, we real similar.
Yeah.
It just come down to the people of like the way you conduct yourself and, you know, handle business, and you know what you do in the back end, you know, is a little bit different. Like what you do in your personal life, that's your personal life. But as long as you constructing, you know, a nice structure of professionalism and you handling things that the way that it needs to be, man.
right.
We all really the same. We all doing a lot of the same stuff. Cause like, bro, no lie, I was working security at this company. Literally, I was in a place where I was in a room full of millionaires. Bro. You know how that felt? And they're no different than us. They didn't treat me like, bro, you're the scum of the earth, or you know, you're less than. They were normal people. Eating normal food, talking normal talk, having normal, you know, drinking normal. You know, well, it wasn't normal alcohol, but you know, it was a little bit high price. But you know, drinking alcohol and just vibing out and just having a good time, and I just let you know that it's reachable.
Yeah, and that's what, and that's honestly, yo, the whole part of, like I said, bro, it's like I don't really care when I do interviews. It's like my main goal to come here and it's like me talking to the camera right now is really to let people know all this shit is reachable. Is if you really believe in yourself and follow every single thing that you're going to do and write down your goals and track your life and work on self-development and to build yourself up, everything is reachable. You feel me? People might see this interview and go, well, damn, I know D-Rock for punching somebody in the video. I know D-Rock probably something a bunch of did. I know D-Rock for probably did this beings in my, yeah, I mean, you can go on Google and see my mugshot right there for cases that I uncaught, but it's really not. It's not about that, bro. It's like, it's about growth. I know where I was at and I know where I'm going. And I know where I got to go, bro. And it's like people, once they understand that in they self and just look at themselves in the mirror and say, no, I'm done being this person. I'm gonna be somebody else.
And I'm gonna grow.
I'm gonna separate myself from this person. I'm gonna grow, and I'm gonna be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's the biggest thing, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah, you're gonna grow to a whole different level.
And just reinventing yourself.
Yeah, bro. It's like, yo, it's like I tell you, man. Like it's like I went to jail and I look at jail like, and this is what I mean. We can rule it out on this. I went to jail and look at jail like it's like, oh damn, I never looked at jail like my life was over. I always looked at jail like this is just a lesson. And my biggest lesson came from me being in jail. And it's like when you saying really reinventing yourself, like jail didn't make me angry. Jail made me sit down and look at myself and think like I would not ever be this person again. You feel me? And it's like once I got to that level of thinking like, oh, I'm going up from here, I've reached rock bottom, and even if I'm at the top and I fell all the way again, I've been down before. Like I got up again and did this, and like what more can I take in this world? A lot of these rich people never been broke before. I've been broke before, dead broke. You know what I mean? So it's like it's nowhere to go but up. And I really want to, like, that's how I said my message to this whole interview is, man, like I said, you got a dream, chase it. Yeah. And it's more, don't worry about what's going on around you, because this is this small in your life. You got the world as your playground. Absolutely. And people are going to say what they want. Things are going to be what they're going to be. And it's more of that, I mean, let's do what you got to do. That's just me to you. Like, what you're doing is a great thing, man. Like, it's a platform that you're doing. A lot of people, when they took their time out, a lot of people, and man, I really honestly feel like this is a blessing what you're doing for Norristown, you feel me? And just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, don't ever get discouraged when things ain't going, because it's always going to be lows and it's always going to be highs, but you got to learn to take advantage of them highs that's coming along. Absolutely. So it's like, yeah, me, just like, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Grinding.
Appreciate it. And even from your process, like I tell people all the time. Huh? The way we sit, did it shut off? No. Okay, the way that we supposed to see things is this, right? I look at it as when something happened in your life, or you see something with your eyes, you were meant to see that. It's going to tie into your life some way, somehow, because God not going to put you in a situation where you wasn't not only that you can't handle, but that you were supposed to see. Like, you ever think like, damn, you know, I laid down here and it stopped me from going to where I was going right away. I stopped here to tie my shoe real fast. Right. That couple seconds could have made a difference. Right. That couple minutes could have made a difference. You feel me? What's meant for you to see is for you to see, and how you tie it together and bring it together is, you know, what you were supposed to do so that you could turn it into something, you know, bigger than anybody could have imagined. Like, who the hell would have thought bringing people into my world, allowing people to just come sit and drink with me, have a cigar and sit on my porch and just have a good conversation and get people knowledge would be so powerful.
Right, bro. And it's like, you only going up from here, man.
And you too, man.
Like, and that's real rap, bro. It's like, I hope it's gonna get to the point where people go, it's a lot of questions answered. Because it's a lot of, where you don't get how many young boys come to me that knew me from the beginning of where I was at. And it's more not here, it's more Potsdam. That's why I've been in school at, that's why I've been in trouble at. That's why I reached the newspapers at when things go wrong. And a lot of them just go, yo, how do you get there or what you doing? I'm like, yo, man, it's like, it ain't where I was at, it's where I'm going. You feel me? I didn't let my past determine my future. It's like, man, I'm 25 years old. When I'm in this room full of millionaires, I'm the youngest person in there, man. It's like, it's a different type of feeling, bro. I knew this whole business thing was me when I got the same feeling I got when I used to walk out of them tunnels for football. You feel me?
Yeah.
And me, I used to walk out of them tunnels like, yo, I'm riled up. When I can I get in these rooms with these millionaires, bro, and they really supporting me, they showing me stuff, they like, damn, well, you're a young guy in there.
Motivation.
Yo, it's just like, I'm like, what you was doing at 25? Shit, I wasn't doing anything like this. I didn't reach this stage until I was 30. I'm ahead of time.
Yeah.
You feel me? I plan on being the richest developer in Northtown history that come out of this way. And it's like, do I know too much about construction? No. But do I know where I'm going with the leap of faith? Yeah. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So it's like, man, I'm thankful for the opportunity. You feel me? And it's like, thank you for your time, man. But like, we really got a platform going on
right now, and that's what it means. I mean, it's time to grow. It's time for everybody to hop on their P's and Q's and get things popping, and you know, black, white, anything. I mean, know y'all could be something, and know that y'all could grow a platform from the ground up. You know, you could build a platform from the ground up, and I mean, there's a lot of people out here doing stuff, and we just wanted to let everybody know and give everybody that information because I mean, we're not trying to hold on to it. We want everybody to be very, very wealthy. I mean, we don't want to ever see a poor ghetto ever. And I feel like from us doing this, we just helping everything get to a certain point where even if we got to teach our kids to be, you know, a certain way and learn that things don't just come easy, I believe that one day there might not even be a ghetto. Because everybody gonna have some type of, you know, money. Everybody gonna have some type of backing. And I feel like, you know, what I'm doing now, what you doing now, everybody that been on the platform right now and is doing is pushing us towards that, you know, new America. You know?
Yeah, super factual, man. Like, I like that saying new America, man. Like, I like that new America. That's what it really is, yo. It's a new America, yo. They talking about make America great again, man. We about to make this shit great.
We trying to make a new America.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, like, make America great, man. We trying to make a new America.
Honestly, man. Like, you got a good platform going on here, man. I describe.
You got a good business, and you know everything going on, and we probably gonna have you on here again, probably with the team, and see, you know, what the growth was and everything. But I mean, that's pretty much Taste Reaction Podcast right now. Y'all got a taste of investment. I mean, y'all got a taste of what's going on. I mean, and you know, that's kind of what it is right now. So shout out to my man DeJuan Matthews, you know, for coming on here, giving us his knowledge, you know, letting us pick at his brain, and we truly appreciate that, and that should help somebody in the future. I mean, got my man DeJuan Matthews on here. We had a good time. We rocked out. I mean, we rocked out to this Elijah crib. I hope he can make it home safe, like I told everybody. I mean, and we just had a real good time, and you know, y'all know how it went. Y'all know how the interview went, and it was a great time. You know what I mean,
definitely, man.
Hopefully, I can have him on again and see the progress. I mean,
already. Thanks for the opportunity, man.
Absolutely. So this is Taste Reaction Podcast. We headed out. Peace.
Now I just do what I want. Now I just do what I want. Yeah, now I just do what I want. Now I just do what I want.
808 be knocking so